We're now joined by Christopher Muller from Advantage Learn. Christopher, very good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to Morning Live.
Thank you. Good morning, Simpiwe, and good morning to all the viewers at home. It's really great to be here.
It is indeed a great pleasure having you join us this morning. Now, first of all, take us through the background of NBTs and their importance.
Absolutely, yeah. Firstly, just thank you for this opportunity to share with the struggling learners across South Africa.
Yeah.
And as you mentioned, if you're unsure what the NBTs are, it stands for National Benchmark Test. And it's a series of standardized assessments similar to the SATs in America, assessing students' academic literacy, general knowledge, and mathematical skill in an effort to measure academic readiness for university. So in a nutshell, universities use the results from the NBTs to help determine whether a learner is ready for specific programs that they've applied for. And this is in addition to the learner's school results, and that's why it's so important to be prepared for the NBTs, because essentially it forms part of your entry ticket to university.
Now, speak to us about why the app was developed and how it will benefit the learners.
Absolutely. So our team at AdvantageLearn.com are in the exam and test preparation business, and we focus more on the technical subjects like maths and science. And it was back in 2014 that our team identified that learners were really struggling to prepare for this new assessment called the NBT. And so we developed and launched the first NBT preparation workshops and courses for these learners across South Africa. And we find the real challenge here is that the learners are never tested in this format in school, and there are also no NBT past papers. And then fast forwarding to today, we've been successfully offering NBT preparation for over 9 years, preparing thousands of learners each year for these challenging tests. And the interesting thing is that over these years, we started to notice that preparation wasn't the only challenge that these learners were facing, but also the huge challenge of actually navigating the entrance requirements for numerous degrees and universities. Universities usually provide a prospectus outlining these requirements each year. But for example, the UCT undergraduate prospectus is a whopping 87 pages long. Imagine being a confused teenager trying to navigate that. And it's for this exact reason that we are super excited to announce the latest edition of our NBT preparation offering, the free NBT app.
Let's now get into the user experience and how both learners and teachers can navigate this app. Is it user-friendly?
Awesome, yeah. So this app is designed to help learners through 3 steps. Firstly, it gives the learners an easy way to navigate and understand the requirements across various faculties and degrees, specifically at UCT. And although we focused on UCT in this first version, we do also link to additional university requirements through the downloadable PDFs. And then secondly, the learners can benchmark their readiness by doing quick practice tests directly on the app. And these practice tests also give learners feedback where they went wrong and even video solutions to the questions they've answered. And then lastly, we link to a number of resources providing additional information on the NBTs and how to prepare, which is helpful not just to the learners, but also the parents.
And how can educators use the available material on the app to assist learners with the preparations for NBTs?
That's a great question, Simpiwe. And it's important to note that the materials accessed via the app will not only be useful to learners and parents, but also educators trying to best assist their learners in the classroom. And so by going through the NBT resources, videos, practice quizzes, an educator can actually better understand the NBTs and help prepare their learners that they teach.
Yeah. And I understand there's an element of support that the app offers learners to benefit their development and university preparedness. Yeah? Speak to us more about this.
Yeah, exactly. So as I mentioned, the app is designed to help learners walk through those 3 steps: understand their requirements, benchmark their readiness, and then access more information about the NBTs. And the best thing is that this app is free and easy to access just by going to the App Store via your Apple or Android smartphone and then searching NBT Prep, which is NBT space PREP, using the search in the App Store. And then just tap on the app, download it, and then sign up for free and get preparing. And it's through this app that we are making available to all learners across South Africa resources that can better prepare them for their higher education demands and ultimately their careers one day.
Right, right. Now take us through then the requirements for higher education readiness that you say is an added demand on parents and learners.
So it really depends on the faculty and degree that you're applying for, and that's where the prospectus was so challenging to navigate, and it differentiates. It's different for each faculty and degree, and also different across universities. And so, by us consolidating the information and putting it into the app in an easy to navigate way, we enable learners to quickly check what the requirements are. And it's not just requirements around NBTs. There's different requirements from the NSC, the National Senior Certificate, and it's consolidating all this information and giving access to it through our app that enables the learners and parents and educators to quickly understand the requirements, because it is a very challenging thing to navigate at the moment.
Now, the app, I understand, is also designed to give learners a view into the UCT's requirements for their degree of choice, and will also link to additional universities' requirements via a downloadable PDF, yeah? Correct?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, so we did focus on UCT in this first version of the app just because the prospectus is really, it's a huge prospectus and it's really well put together. And there are other universities out there, like Tux and Stellenbosch, that all use the NBTs, but we just wanted to focus on giving a great experience for UCT, and it does give a good grounding of knowledge for what is required in other universities, and then we just linked to the other universities in this version. But we will be providing, we do intend to extend the app across all the universities that require the NBTs in the future.
Okay, Christopher, great chatting to you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Fantastic. Yeah, and thank you very much. If you're struggling and want to reach out to us, you can go to advantagelearn.com or email us directly at info@advantagelearn.com. But thank you, Grant, for this great opportunity, and we look forward to helping all the learners out there prepare for the NBTs.
Indeed, and it's such a beautiful innovation. Thank you so much. That was Advantage Learn's Christopher Muller, and he's been speaking to us about their newly launched NBT preparatory app that is aimed at providing students with free guidance and resources.